Hey everybody, Ralph Havens here. And I was doing my morning meditation and the ritual that I use and stuff that I play with. And I had a really cool Matrix Energetics 2 point that came to me for everybody. And I wanted to give you a couple of secrets that I use. They're not really secrets because I tell my one-on-one clients and other people in our group sessions and stuff. But I want to tell you a little bit about it. So one of the things that is a thing I learned from Matrix Energetics, from Richard Bartlett, was to set up the space before you show up and to even do it before you show up so that by the time you show up, it's already done. It was the most amazing thing when I first saw this and how fast somebody could change from a lifelong of chronic stuff because I had spent some time ahead of time, what we call going to done, D-O-N-E. And so I did that this morning. And for you guys, for everybody, and what I noticed for anybody that's watching this, so please share it. And what I noticed is there was a time when we were in Vancouver, and it was just one of those perfect days. And I was asking Ben, how's it going? How's it going? And he was drinking his favorite little juice at our favorite little organic place. And we were about to go eat organic gluten-free pizza in Kitsilano, the most beautiful place, with a great view of the bay and the mountains and the city, Vancouver. And he had just spent the day riding his bike and it was just looking at supercars, hypercars in Kitsilano. There's an entire city block of all these super high-end cars that Ben just loves to go in, and they let him sit in the cars and take pictures and everything. And he said, everything is just perfect. Or how would he say? Everything is perfect. Nothing needs to change. And so it was a perfect day. And I had had a perfect day too, but there was part of me that was feeling, I don't know, worry, concern, stuff, what we were up to, what we were dealing with. Things were going great, but we were working on stuff, and there was stuff that was still needing to be done, and I was thinking of work, and I was thinking of people, and I was thinking of other stuff, and so the 2 point, the Matrix Energetics 2 point, I got that secret and another secret in just a second. Is to go to done, D-O-N-E, before you show up. So that's what I did this morning for you guys. But then what showed up was, okay, sometimes we're getting everything we want and it's just a perfect day. And sometimes we're in a lot of turmoil and it's like not a lot of perfect stuff going on. And of course, when it's like not a lot of good stuff going on and lots of turmoil and lots of anxiety and lots of things that you're concerned about going on, are you in a state of grace or ease or joy or peace? And how might you do that? But then on the other hand, when you have one of those perfect days, everything's going really, really well, Are you in a state of grace or joy or ease or peace then? Or is that still somewhat elusive? So one of the things that I noticed is, as you look back on life, like I did this morning, I'm like, wow, when I was in a lot of pain and depression and bone pain and I couldn't run and I didn't know the way out in San Diego, that got solved out. I figured out a lot of stuff and there was some wisdom that came from that, real wisdom that helps other people with their healing now. And then when we were up here and we had bought that house out by the mountain, and then it turned out to be a really a problem. We had to spend a ton of money, our nest egg from our house in San Diego, and sleep outside and fix it up. And I was, the thing is that we solved that, and we had a lot more wisdom come in of how to shift victim patterns and all sorts of problems with abundance, especially as we learned how to bring our healing work to the world and learn that side of things, a whole new way of working instead of just in a brick and mortar clinic, doing it online. So all that hardship then led to, it was like training, you know. So so it's like, oh, wow, there was some wisdom that came in there. So when you're, we're looking for grace, of course, right, and ease and joy and peace. And we think that, okay, if we just solve these problems, we'll get it. But then when we solve those problems, then we're over here. Is there a part of us that, do we have that grace and joy and ease and peace? So you can try this if you like. Whatever you're in, the turmoil, the training, the training up to get wisdom, or if you're in a place of like, wow, I'm in such a good spot right now, you could just drop into your heart and ask, how is this useful? And then the second secret that we go really, really deep with my work, with helping people, the second secret is to just sit still and just notice. There you go. Yeah. So whether external events, all the stuff going on in the world right now is pushing your buttons, or a certain person is pushing your buttons, that's a really cool question. How is this useful? Or even better question, how might this be useful? And then the secret is to just be still. So that was your 2-point session this morning. I'd love to hear what you guys notice from hanging out with me. And if you like more of this kind of stuff, just click on my link. You can friend request me, of course. You can subscribe if it's on YouTube, and you can grab some of the free stuff that I got for you. I've got a lot more stuff for free about how what I use to clear a lot of stuff that's in the way of things that are useful for us. So I hope this helps. Let me know how it goes. And let's just see. Hi, Klaus, good to see you. Let me see who's on. Yeah. So awesome, awesome. All right, everybody. Have a great Monday, and catch you tomorrow.